First and goal with the ball at the 14-yard line. Palmer back to throw. Pumps now. Looking, dumping out. Rudy inside the 10, inside the 5. And they will mark him out of bounds. Calling touchdown, Rudy.
Anderson takes the snap. Good time. Throws left corner of the end zone. Jeremicius, he's got it. And touchdown, Browns.
Great throw by Derek Anderson over the shoulder, over the cornerback. Nice play.
Chad Johnson set to the right. Palmer drops to throw. Deep drop. And looking left. Long left side.
Come on,
TJ's in the end zone.
Yeah. Call it, yeah.
Touchdown.
Great tap. TJ did the rapid foot fire of his feet to get them both down in bounds.
So they are going to challenge Houshmandzadeh. He had 1 foot in, but the second foot, which was his left foot, he did a stutter step, and it definitely was out.
Ruling on the field, stands, touchdown.
Wow, how can you do that? How could you call that a touchdown? Right legs it down the field. Line drive, hits at the 10, bounces up. Cribbs got it at the 4. He's back to the 10, 15, 20, 25, angles outside 30. He's got Mike Adams with a block, 40, 45, 50. He's to the 40, he's to the 30, he's to the 25, 20, inside the 20, inside the 15, and they finally took him down at the 11. Third down and 8 from the 9. Anderson back to the 15, looks down the middle, wide open, touchdown! It's Jeremicius again!
He's got the daily double going.
Offset eye. Here's Anderson. Play action. Steps up. Fires down the middle for Edwards, and it's deflected. And he caught it at the 25-yard line. Braylon Edwards caught the ball. He had it. It deflected in the air. Landon Johnson and Jonathan Joseph went for it, and then he caught the ball. First and 10 from the Bengal 25. Play action fake. Anderson over the middle. Winslow got it at the 5, at the 2, into the end zone. Touchdown, Kellen Winslow. Jason Wright, the tailback. Vickers, fullback. Here's Anderson. Play action fake. Pumping, looking long. Here's Braylon Edwards. He's got it. Touchdown. He beat the rookie, Leon Hall. He beat a fellow Michigan Wolverine. Kenny Watson is the lone back. Palmer is underneath center. No shotgun. From the Browns' 14-yard line, he takes the snap, back to pass, looking left, a lot of time. He fires, and it's caught at the 2, at the 1, in for the touchdown. There's Chad Johnson. He recovers it for the score as he dropped the ball. Now, is he going into the dog pound? Yes, he is, he goes in. And
he just got wet.
He got splashed with beer. Motions his fullback Vickers into the backfield with Lewis on first down. They'll run Jamal Lewis. He's got a hole. 35, 40, 45, 50. He's down the sideline. 40. He's in open field. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Jamal Lewis. It's a one-play drive.
22 on 3rd and 10 from the 5. First and goal. Palmer to throw. End zone. TJ. Touchdown, Houshmandzadeh.
Man, oh man, what a beautiful throw over the fingertips of Eric Wright. TJ Houshmandzadeh runs a great route, and Carson Palmer, ladies and gentlemen, is on fire.
Wright stays in a tailback. Blitz coming. Anderson's got time. He's got a man wide open down the left sideline. What a catch by Braylon Edwards. And he goes in for a touchdown. He did it. He did it. Braylon Edwards laid out at the 2. Caught it. He wasn't brought down by contact, and he spun in for the score. At the 30-yard line, their own 30. Winslow motions to the left along with Jeremicius. Edwards outside wide right. First down they give. Jamal Lewis runs 30, 35. He's to the 40. He's to the 45. He's to the 50. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. He's to the 25. And he got knocked out of bounds.
And he's over 200 yards.
Second and goal from the 7. Holt left. TJ in the slot. Reggie Kelly loaded on that side as well. Chad wide to the right. Palmer drops to throw. Looking. End zone. Back of the end zone, Glenn Holt, touchdown!
What a play!
How about Glenn Holt with big catches all day long, and with 3:39 to go, the Bengals have it at 51-44. Reggie Kelly sets himself in the backfield as Palmer drops to throw. Throwing long, middle of the field. Chad goes up for it and comes down with it at midfield.
Houshmandzadeh slot left. Skylar Green wide left. Here's Palmer back to pass. He's got mountains of time. He throws down the right sideline. And picked off by Lee Bodden. He's got it. Let's see if he's inbounds. Yes, he is.
Wants the snap, takes it, drops the throw out of the shotgun. Looking left, pumps, throws it left, caught by Bolden. And he is upended, and the ball pops out again. A fumble this time recovered by the Jets. Down the right sideline, Hank Poteet, who was just signed this week, comes up with the fumble recovery and just about brings it to midfield.
Keller, the tight end, along with Baker. And it's a play fake. Favre rolling right. Looking back to the left. He throws the length of the field and is picked off by O'Keefer. Running near side at the 40, at the 30, at the 20, and finally tackled by Thomas Jones.
Against Arizona on the Vernius Colts. And now the Jets line up, block the field goal. Chris Jenkins blocks it. Rackers tries to jump on top of it at midfield. The Jets block the field goal attempt. And it'll be 1st and 10 New York hitting midfield. Play clock at 2. Favre takes the ball. Drops back, looks over the middle, under some pressure, fires a bullet, end zone, caught, touchdown. Lavernius Coles right along the back of the end zone. Out of the shotgun, Warner with all kinds of time, throws it right, intercepted, picked off by Revis. He'll walk to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown. Pumps once, drops back, looks downfield, fires a bomb, wide open at the 5-yard line, and walking into the end zone for a touchdown is Lavernius Coles. Now Warner drops the throw, under pressure, throws it, intercepted, picked off. Eric Smith had the ball stick to his right hand at the 20-yard line. And for Favre, 3 receivers right, Coles left. Favre flips it, back left corner of the end zone. For Coles, makes the catch, touchdown. The 3rd touchdown grab in the first half.
Center on this play. Warner takes, give to James, up the middle, touchdown. Edgerrin James, first score of the season. And the Cardinals are finally on the board with 12.5 to go in the 3rd. First down and goal at the 2. Bolden and Fitzgerald left. James in the backfield. Handoff edge. Left side. Touchdown. Kurt takes. Handoff Hightower. Up the middle. Touchdown. Tim Hightower is in. And it's 34-21 Jets. And we got a ball game. 2:50 to go in the 3rd.
2 seconds on the play clock. Takes the snap. Drops back. Pumps once. Looks right. Throws. End zone. Caught. Wide open. Touchdown.
And 3 at the 8-yard line of the Jets. Hightower in the backfield. Quick pass. Right side Bolden. Caught at the 5. Bolden to the goal line. Touchdown.
Favre takes the snap. Play action. Drops the throw. Throws a bomb over the middle. At the 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Jericho Cotchery.
About 15 seconds. Warner with it. Looking. Going to throw. End zone for Urban, who's got it. Touchdown Cardinals.
3 receivers left. Warner drops the throw, under pressure, looks over the middle, and he'll be sacked, fumbles the ball, and the Jets jump on top of it. From right to left. Takes the snap, drops the throw, looks over the middle, fires one deep left side, looking for the end zone, got it, touchdown. Dustin Keller, the rookie, with the touchdown reception, and the Jets pad the lead, it's 54-35.
Playoff football, the Green Bay Packers, the Arizona Cardinals. On 1st and goal, Hightower slams it in for the touchdown. 2nd down and 3, and over the middle. Doucette, touchdown. He takes it, plows in. Did he get it over the goal line? Break the plane, no call yet. Touchdown. On 2nd down, Warner throws it. Pass is caught. That's Doucette, his 2nd of the day. Turned it over twice, taken it away only once in this game as Warner buys time and hits Fitzgerald. Woodson had fallen, and Fitzgerald has a touchdown. Here's Jennings. What a catch for the touchdown. A one-handed, left-handed catch. Rod Stevens howling is waiting for it. And it's an onside kick. Green Bay falls on top of it. Rodgers in trouble, buys time. Throws on the run for Jordy Nelson for the touchdown. It's the number 2 defense in the NFL during the regular season. Warner, with all kinds of time, completes to Fitzgerald for the touchdown. To go for it on 4th and 5. Blitz. Rodgers throws and completes. That's Jones. James Jones to the end zone for a touchdown. Handoff is to Kuhn, the fullback, and Kuhn is in for the touchdown.
and we are an extra point away from a tie game. 2nd and 7 over the middle. Preston. Touchdown. Rodgers throws, completes to Havener, makes a move. Spencer Havener in for the touchdown. The Rackers try to knock it through from 34 yards out. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is pulled. Missed wide left. And this game is headed into overtime. Extra man on the blitz. Rodgers gets a hand to the face. The ball is out. The Arizona Cardinals win it. And it's Michael Adams forcing the turnover, and Dansby took it in.
Right, everybody's ready to play, but then you have to actually do it when the clock starts.
No pass rush, big arm, good accuracy, touchdown to Deshaun Jackson. 88 yards out, first play from scrimmage.
Unbelievable. You cannot run with Deshaun Jackson for that length of time. And you know what, Charles? Michael Vick can throw it as far as he needs to throw it.
And it's kind of ironic that the two players involved in that pregame scuffle, Deshaun Jackson, LaRon Landry, there they are, both with a chance to play the ball.
And LaRon Landry's having a terrific season. He's been playing at a Pro Bowl, all-pro level. But where's his #1 weakness? In coverage, in space. You put him in the box, he's an absolute hammer.
So we've seen Michael Vick's arm. You also know he can run it when he needs to. Well, right here, he wants to pass it. Nobody open, keeps it himself, and he's going to find the goal line. With some speed and some power. We take another look, fellas, and you can't say the Redskins didn't have a chance to get him.
Yeah, no, they have guys there, but the problem is you can't simulate this in practice, and his lateral quickness and his ability to accelerate and change direction is so good. You can't simulate it in practice, and once the game happens, it's quicker than you thought.
And #1 was a defensive lineman on his feet in space. He has no chance to tackle Michael Vick.
Only 14-0 at that point. The Redskins with a chance. McNabb avoiding pressure, but intercepted by Kurt Coleman. First down, Eagles on the Washington 37. And with the way this offense is rolling, it didn't take long for this.
Now they cashed in the red area. They score touchdowns, which helps their defense. They complement themselves with the defense. Red zone. Michael Vick's explosive.
That goes as a pass, correct? But that's a running play. Everybody says Andy Reid doesn't run the ball in that situation. That's really a running play disguised as a pass.
Here comes that was LaShawn McCoy. This, Michael, is actually a running play. Jerome Harrison.
Bad tackling. Jerome Harrison, is he going to get there, Charles?
You started to wonder, but one last valiant leap, and he finds the pylon.
The Eagles up 28-0 after the first meeting. Little resistance. If this was a fight, guys, it would have been called after one quarter. Look at that domination. The stat you don't see. Michael Vick was a perfect 8 for 8 in the first quarter.
That takes Carolina 2 games to get that many yards.
Or 3.
Or maybe 3.
And they haven't had that kind of efficiency for a long time. So you're thinking second quarter, they've got to slow down at least a little bit. London Fletcher maybe telling that to his teammates on the sideline. But this is the very first play of the second quarter. Remember, there was a touchdown in the first play of the game. Play 1 second quarter, Vick to Macklin, touchdown.
Yeah, and you see how Michael Vick gets deep back there? He's still only 6 feet tall. But Andy Reid, the Eagles do a great job. They back him away, and then he's so good on the third level throwing accurate.
Improves his sight line so he can see downfield, and with the arm he has, that's not an issue. You know what it's reminiscent of? Joe Namath in his prime with the deep drop and the big arm.
Eagles 35-0. Back come the Redskins, at least a little bit. Play action across the field. Fred Davis, the tight end. Big 71-yard gain down to the Philadelphia 3-yard line.
That's the best play in the Redskin offense. They utilize it almost every game, and it works.
Next play, 1st and goal. Play action once again. Donovan McNabb rolling to his right. Dumps it off to Darrell Young. And the Redskins erase the 0 on their side of the board. Unfortunately, they're trailing 35-7.
But there's plenty of time.
Yes, there is. And there's actually some more good Washington offense. Can't throw it any better than that. McNabb to Anthony Armstrong. 76-yard gain inside the Eagles 10 to the 5.
People have gotten on Donovan McNabb this year about his accuracy and missing throws that he should have made, but the deep ball has stayed intact for him all year long.
Dumps it off to Keelan Williams. Fights his way across the goal line. The Redskins trailing 35-14.
Right there.
See the comeback?
Still plenty of time.
3rd down and 12.
Until this.
The old INT comes into play. Dimitri Patterson picks it off. First down Eagles at the 28.
He has played extremely well since he replaced Ellis Hobbs in the lineup.
See how Vick now is looking to throw first, but once he sees nothing, He takes off and can do this seemingly anytime. 27-yard gain.
You just want to hear that beep noise going on.
Yeah,
that's like the Roadrunner. It's just explosive when he moves. You can't practice it.
We just saw him for 27 yards. This time it's good for a touchdown. An easy touchdown at that. The Eagles led 45-14 at halftime. 45 points, the most ever in one half for the Eagles organization. Third quarter, Redskins opening possession, 4th and 4. That's McNabb to Armstrong, 6-yard gain. And they move the chains. Couple of plays later, from the 5-yard line off the left side, Keelan Williams showing patience, putting his head down and fighting his way in. The Eagles lead cut to 45-21. Eagles offense coming right back though. Vick stepping up to Jason Avant, 20-yard gain.
The only way the Redskins are going to catch up is if they didn't have to give the ball back to the Eagles. That was the only way. The Eagles will just keep moving it.
How tired does the Redskins pass rush look right about now?
They're all non-existent. They're going to be in the training room, right? And the red zone, you can't cover this long, Charles, down there.
Did you see Hainsworth? He made the initial rush, goes to the ground, doesn't even come close to getting back up for a second rush. They're exhausted chasing that guy around.
Kind of a perfect way for this game to end. The pick six, McNabb intercepted by Dimitri Patterson, 40 yards for the touch, and the Eagles
getting the start. Then their first drive of the game, Flynn. He was sacked and lost the football. And Detroit is able to jump on it and recover. Nice field position for Detroit in the first minute of the game. So 4 plays later, it's a 2nd and goal. Matt Stafford out of the shotgun-looking end zone for Titus Young for the 8-yard score. And on Lambeau Field, it's the Lions on top, and Titus Young looking for the lead. Fans won't let him do it. 7-0 Detroit, and then the score 10-9 Green Bay. Stafford end zone, another touchdown. That to Calvin Johnson, a 13-yarder. Johnson with 16 receiving touchdowns on the season sets a franchise record. Detroit up 16-10. 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. The dump off goes to Ryan Grant. He hits the sideline and he is gone. It's a foot race to the end zone. Can Ryan Grant get there? And he does. An 80-yarder, the longest play of his career. A receiving touchdown for Ryan Grant. Green Bay goes up 17-16, but Stafford and the Lions 2 possessions later come in right back. Stafford end zone for Titus Young. Looks like he got both feet down, but no, it was ruled incomplete. Take another look at this one. Left foot is down, then the right toe touches. The referee said he did not have it. Jim Schwartz angry because he had no challenges, so they would have to settle for a field goal and go up 19-17. And the ensuing Green Bay drive right after that. Down 19-17, under 4 minutes to go in the half. Flynn bombs one, left sideline. Jordy Nelson leaping for the catch, going up high. A 36-yarder. Ignore the flag because Jordy Nelson goes in for the Lambeau leap. 24-19, Green Bay leading at halftime. On to the third quarter, a 2nd and 7 for the Packers. Play action fake. Flynn, pocket collapsing. He goes down the field to Jordy Nelson once again. Nelson takes it into the end zone. A 58-yard touchdown catch for Jordy Nelson. Packers go up 31-26. Late third quarter, Stafford, Lions coming right back. Another touchdown pass, this one to Kevin Smith, a 5-yarder. Detroit went for 2 and got it. So they went up by a field goal, 34-31. On to the fourth quarter, Packers ball, 3rd and 8. Flynn throws over the middle. That to Donald Driver, and Driver breaks it free to the end zone for the touchdown. A 35-yard score. This one going back and forth, a high-scoring affair at Lambeau Field under 4 minutes to go. Looking to bring his team back. Matthew Stafford hits Tony Scheffler over the middle for a gain of 26. Then 3 plays later, they had it. 2nd and goal. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. Stafford, shotgun, end zone again. Scheffler with the touchdown, a 12-yarder. He went right back to Tony Scheffler. And Matthew Stafford, 520 passing yards, 5 touchdowns. He is pumped up on the sidelines as Detroit takes the lead 41-38. But hang on a second. Matt Flynn and the Packers were not done on a 3rd and 4. Flynn, perfect pass to James Jones, complete, a gain of 40. Then 2 plays later, 2nd and goal, a minute 13 left in the game. Flynn with a touchdown pass to Jermichael Finley, and with that, his 6th touchdown pass of the game. Matt Flynn became the franchise leader for most touchdown passes in a game for the Packers. More than Brett Favre, more than Aaron Rodgers. Packers get the win.
We show that because of this.
We only show you this for one or two reasons.
Darius Grenard to Tommy Campbell. Run it, Prime.
The guy just happened to be left-handed to threw the ball. You should have knew something was up right there.
63 yards, and part deux was pretty good.
Oh, look at the guys with a bandana on. I love it.
Look at this.
Now, this was a great play.
That was a lateral there. That wasn't like the Dyson that was dicey.
Watch the punter. Punter just shut that thing down.
Go with that.
I was trying to give you that earlier.
All right, let's, well, that's okay. I didn't mean to step on you. Let's move on to the fourth quarter. Titans in a crazy game, up 7. Matthew Stafford looking for Brandon Pettigrew, who gets stripped by Algernon Werner.
I don't care if you're in the hood, the Beverly Hills. When a man take your ball, there's something's wrong with that, man. How can a man just take your ball?
And Stafford came up lame, so Sean Hill had to come in, get him to score a touchdown. And then you know what? The Lions got it back, and there's 7 seconds left, and they're down 7. And I mean, what's the rule, guys? What do we do?
Don't let a guy come in and throw 2 touchdowns and get your team back into it.
Titus Young Sr. I'll take that, thank you.
Titus Young, who just had
what do we say?
What do you put on his shirt?
You pick the ball off.
Pick it off.
You don't knock the ball down.
Dion has been saying this forever, and I said, no, you don't, Dion. But today,
we go to overtime after a Veronis field goal gave the Titans the lead. Sean Hill, it's now 4th and 1. Why don't you kick it? What do you?
He thought he was going to catch it.
Offsides, that's what they said after.
The funny part is, we don't have it slow. His forward progress, and they look like it could be something.
We'll discuss that a little bit later in our extra point segment, but Jim Schwartz had some explaining to do.
In the first possession and found Des Bryant. That's how you beat Peyton Manning.
That's how you beat him. You know, we did it in San Diego, keep him off the field.
Yeah. And then score points. Don't settle for field goals. Score touchdowns.
You got to score touchdowns, and this was just a toe tap. You got them both in.
And
nice
tap. And he got the heel taps, too. He got the whole foot, the whole darn foot. 8 touchdowns, only 1 interception through his first 4 games, Romo. Now, how would Peyton Manning respond? Like this, except Eric Decker puts the ball on the turf. So that's the other way to beat Peyton Manning is you turn his team over, and then you turn those turnovers into touchdowns. And as Maurice Claiborne comes out with the rock, 3rd and 10, and Tony Romo, this is what Kurt Warner said on Game Day Morning today, Steve.
Look at him scramble around. He looks like Russell Wilson running. Look at this guy. He's like Houdini.
And then he finds Jason Witten on 3rd and long, his BFF, for a first down. And then 4 plays later, it's DeMarco Murray. So that's how you beat Peyton Manning. You keep him off the field, and then when he's on the field, you turn him over, and you turn the turnovers into touchdowns.
Yeah, it's that simple.
14-0. Okay. Except there's a whole rest of the game to play. Oh. And there's the second quarter after the end of the first quarter in which Peyton Manning goes up top to Eric Decker, who doesn't fumble this one.
Hang on to the ball.
He pirouettes and takes it down inside the 5-yard line for 57 yards. And then the next play, it's not a shuffle pass, right, Steve? Shovel
to Julius Thomas.
Orange Julius is in the end zone. 17th touchdown pass, no interception still for Peyton Manning. It's 14-7. It's 17-7. Broncos getting the ball in the second quarter, and Manning goes ahead and just marches him right down the field, and he finds Eric Decker. Touchdown.
Can't throw it any better than that. Back shoulder pass.
Place where only one person can get it, and that's Eric Decker.
Yeah, look at that. Whoa.
Perfect. Push on, I don't know, but 8 to, regardless, 17-14. Cowboys' next possession, Romo, Bryant, it's a fumble as Kayvon Webster knocks it loose, and Duke Iheanacho gets on it, and then the Broncos get that turnover. What do they do with it? Well, they would turn it into a touchdown. Julius Thomas, his second of the first half. 19 touchdowns for Peyton Manning on the season, most through 5 games in NFL history, and the Broncos have their first lead of the day, 21-17. And then the next possession, right before the end of the half, Peyton Manning does this. He's got the football!
He fooled even the cameraman.
I said it all week. Peyton's going to beat you with his legs if you don't watch out.
How many years has it been since he's $5? Go, Peyton! Go!
It's like Forrest.
Took some time off the clock.
Very Gump-like run. Yeah, that's right. Keep Romo on the sideline. Certainly the way he's throwing it. Third quarter, it's 28-20 midway through. And Manning's knocking on the door again. Wes Welker.
There's your guy.
Instead of going to the pylon, he cuts back in. Goes against type right there, LT.
Yeah, and Brady is shaking his head right now.
35-20 to score. Tony Romo going down the middle of the field.
Oh.
Who is that? It's Terrence Williams.
From Baylor.
82 yards for the score, almost matched his uniform number, and it's a one-possession game, people. 35-27 after Denver tacks on a field goal. An 11-point game suddenly shrinks quickly as there is Romo to Des Bryant making a play. 27-yard game, 5 plays later, first and goal, knocking on the door. Romo looks for his 88 clubber again, and he finds him.
Another back shoulder throw. Boy, these guys can shoot that ball in there.
They go for 2, do not convert, 5-point game. Broncos getting the ball back, and this is the first time all year Peyton Manning gets picked.
Oh, a little bit underthrown to Eric Decker. Pick after 17 touchdowns.
Mo Claiborne, who had a fumble recovery, has an interception, and that is what Romo takes down the field and turns into points. Romo finds Jason Witten, second and goal, buying time, doing what he does, creating touchdown. And the Broncos take the lead 41-38 after going for 2. Romo's 4th touchdown pass of the game. But Peyton Manning knows about comebacks, and he knows about comebacks on this very day. 10 years ago, comeback on John Gruden on Monday Night Football for Tony Dungy and the Colts from 21 down. And it was against, oh my goodness, the same coordinator that Dallas has up in the booth. Monty Kiffin has seen this movie before, and he doesn't want to buy a ticket. Broncos next possession, Manning to Demaryius Thomas. Incomplete. So the Broncos settle for a Matt Prater 50-yard field goal to the tie, and he does. And Tony Romo, what does he do? Goes to Des Bryant making a play.
How do you get that wide open?
Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie lets him loose and then knocks himself over. Taken down for 79 yards and puts Romo over the 500-yard mark passing. First time in his career. And then Romo to Cole Beasley, everybody.
Beasley, get it in.
5th touchdown pass of the game. The Cowboys are up 48-41. The Jones family loves it, but there's a lot of time left. Less than 5 minutes to go. Manning matriculating. Demaryius Thomas, 26-yard gain. Denver's now in the red zone 2 plays later. Second and goal after a holding penalty. Puts it second and goal from the 16. Wes Welker almost gets it in. Next play, third and goal from the 1. No Sean Marino, everybody. Don't ask LaShawn McCoy what he thinks about him. Certainly not on Twitter. We're tied at 48. Moments after I said, don't ever tell me again on Twitter that Tony Romo's ever the problem again. Oh, no. Throws a pick in his own end. Danny Trevathan gets it. Jerry Jones can't believe it. That just puts a short field and a lot of time for Peyton to milk off on the field. Demaryius Thomas, 13-yard gain inside the 10. It was only a matter of time until they milked it down to the final seconds, and Matt Prater got it. Final score, Denver 51, Dallas 48.
Today, Roethlisberger getting things started early. Finds Marcus Wheaton for the 18-yard touchdown, and they're up 7-3. Roethlisberger had all kinds of weapons. He was spreading it around, this time to Martavius Bryant, the big rookie wide receiver, and the Steelers up 14-3.
These receivers are taking on the attitude of Antonio Brown. He's unbelievable. These guys are going after it.
Andrew Luck going after it here, but William Gay says, The pick 6, and the Steelers now up 21-3.
What's that dog? Walking that dog around.
Yeah.
He may get a fine for that.
He walking. Yeah.
He walking somewhere.
He walking it right on down.
Colts next drive. This time Luck finds his guy. I love what Dwayne Allen's been doing this year.
Perfect throw right there. More like the Andrew Luck we know and love.
Yes. How did you know, LT?
I can just tell.
21-10 now. Roethlisberger again to Martavius Bryant, this time for 52 yards in the Steelers and Colts territory.
Man, give that guy credit right there. Martavius Bryant came, man. I'm telling you.
Clemson.
Oh, Clemson. Now, there you go right there now.
Know where he from.
Man, that's a bad boy right there.
That young man right there is one of the premier receivers in this game. A classy young man and a great father. I love that kid.
I mean, he's off the chain, boy. Look at this man.
He's the most consistent receiver in football right now.
I agree.
He's had over 5 catches in 24 straight games. Ben Roethlisberger says, get off of me. I have some work to do.
You know he's going to get over it. You get being that time, 84 is going to win.
84 doesn't stop, man.
84 practices just like that, full speed every route.
10 catches, 133 yards for Brown. In the third, Roethlisberger spreading the love. Heath Miller, some burst.
Man, no burst, man. I think the referee was beating him down.
Hey, come on, man.
49-yard game, first and goal for the Steelers. Roethlisberger again to the big rook out of Clemson.
They needed it. They needed him. They needed that big receiver that they can toss that ball up in the air. They have found him, and they are on their way.
Do we have a Darius Hayward base sighting? Yeah, we did for just a minute, but he coughs it up. It's recovered by Mike Adams.
Great play by Darius Butler, understanding that the receivers would not punch that ball right out of there.
You know who else made an appearance today? Dante Moncrief. Hauling in a 31-yard touchdown pass from Andrew Luck. The Colts still trail 42-34. Roethlisberger knew he had some work to do.
And I thought it was over.
Not over yet, LT. He hands it to LeGarrette Blount, but Andy Studebaker getting in there, prying the ball loose and causing the fumble. The Colts will take it over at their own 5. LeGarrette just couldn't hold on to this one.
Yeah, you have to be more careful. When you're going down, that's when defenders are trying to strip the ball out.
You got to hold on to that, Blount.
Oh, here was kind of an interesting play. Luck loses his footing. He falls down, tries to get rid of the ball while he's on his rump.
It was smart.
I don't get this, man.
But it wasn't perceived
correct. What don't you get?
Well, I don't get how they called it a safety. To me, he's down right there, right?
Right, but nobody's touched him. So his entire body is in the end zone.
But he threw it away.
And then there was a receiver over there.
He threw it away.
According to Dean Blandino, it was because his entire body was in the end zone. That's why it was ruled a safety. Ben Roethlisberger, he had 5 touchdown passes. He just said, let's go ahead and make it a nice 6.
I like those uniforms, too.
Wow. He prefers even numbers. Andrew Luck, all he could do was look on. A big, big win for the Steelers.
12 pages of highlights here for you. Saints and Giants.
That's it? Just 12?
I know, right? Saints have won 3 of their last 4 since Breeze has returned from his shoulder injury. Homecoming here.
Does that play look familiar to anybody?
That's the Isidore. Yeah, it does. It does.
Seattle Seahawks, in the Super Bowl. It worked.
Isidore Newman's finest. Eli Manning to Odell Beckham Jr. on the 2-yard slant. Giants were on top 7-0.
This is early in the game when the Saints thought they needed trickery to be able to throw the ball down.
Yeah,
they
learned quickly.
Yeah, but you know what, DJ? The secondary, they had a lot of miscues, mental errors on the back end, and I just don't understand how you let a guy run down the middle of the field. You got to read your keys.
Flea flicker on the touchdown.
One of the oldest plays in NFL history.
Second quarter here, Giants down 14-7. Manning
there you go.
Back
Same
to
play.
Beckham,
There you go. If it works once, let's try it again. A little Michael Jackson impersonation right there.
Of the day. For keeping track, that's 4 touchdowns.
This is all Eli's got right here. Give me all you got, Eli.
Woo! Hail Mary.
They get 3 TDs for Odell Beckham Jr.
Hat trick. He didn't have a dance prepared for this one. He gets a little stutter going right here. He gets on top. He knew he was going to score 2 touchdowns, so he had those dances prepared. He didn't have one for this one, so all he did was just look at the crowd.
And, guys, that was New Orleans High Schools going head-to-head there. McDonough 35, Delvin Breaux could not stop Isidore Newman's Odell Beckham, but Ben Watson get back in the end zone.
Last few weeks.
34 years young, Willie.
Yeah.
20-yard TD from Breeze to Watson. Saints on top 42-28, and the Giants come alive. Eli on 4th and 5.
This is nuts.
This has nothing, then finds a little
something.
Set back in 2012 against the Eagles. So Giants now down 7, not anymore. Back to Dwayne Harris.
On the offensive side of the ball.
We're tied at 42. Giants have scored 14 unanswered when Breeze finds Willie Snead, and Willie just kind of hands that one right off. DJ Spiller, a little inside option route, and Spiller into the end zone. Minute to play here. Brad Wing punts to Marcus Murphy and goes 24 yards before fumbles. Willie Snead right there to pick it up, and Brad Wing, the punter, tackles Snead, but gets a hold of the face mask. Guys, there's only 5 seconds left. Yeah. You add 15 yards in the end of this return, and you can clearly see the face mask from Wing.
Well, he didn't have to.
From 50 yards out. The Saints have had so much trouble with the kickers this year, but Forbath gives them the victory. 50-yard field goal for the win as time expires.
Screen as your receiver, and it is Kerwin Williams. He ran this 3 times last week, and there he goes. Kerwin Williams. It's going to be a Cardinal touchdown. Breeze the other way, open. Cadet for the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Breeze Goes down. The ball's out. Calais Campbell has it. I don't think anybody's going to get the big guy. Touchdown, Cardinals. Couple of seasons. Hightower fake to him. Breeze with time for Brandon Cooks. He's open, and that's going to be a Saints touchdown. Not looking good, but the Saints with the lead. And Breeze. Cooks has it. Scoops the low throw. Puts on the Jets, and Brandon Cooks is in for a touchdown. Moves into the slot. Palmer floating one for the end zone, and J.J. Nelson has it, and it's a touchdown, Cardinals. McCary, David Johnson plowing into the end zone for a Cardinal touchdown. Tim Hightower the football. Tim Hightower the touchdown. Breeze for a fourth touchdown pass today. And Michael Thomas has it. The Saints score. What a catch. Top-ranked defense. Tim Hightower, touchdown Saints. Palmer, open, catch, touchdown Cardinals. It's John Brown.
Stafford with time, but not anymore. Sacked in the end zone. And looked like he dropped the ball for a moment. They're fighting for it on the ground. Center in the backfield for the Lions. Stafford complete. He keeps his feet, and Golden Tate does what he does so well. All the way down and jumping into the end zone. Touchdown Lions, 45-yard score. To the right for Breeze. He's looking over the middle. That is complete. Ted Ginn Jr. diving in. And it is indeed a touchdown for the speedster. Already has a touchdown and a 51-yard run. Here he is again, following his blockers into the end zone. Kamara so much here in New Orleans. 8 carries, 73 yards, and a wide open touchdown pass. Going so far today, the quick pass picked off. That's not what they were looking for. Marshawn Lattimore, touchdown. The ball was tipped. Lineman, 2 wide receivers to his left. He's looking to his right. That's Jones in the end zone. What a grab by Jones. Indeed correct. Over the middle. Wide open. Touchdown, Darren Fells. Looks like as he's driven back to the 26, he's going to have some room. Trying to turn the corner. Cuts it inside. One man to beat. Agnew could go the distance. Agnew inside the 20. And that's a touchdown for the rookie from San Diego State. Definitely stalled with receivers to the left, to the right for Breeze. That pass is intercepted and returned for the touchdown. A'Shawn Robinson. We've seen so many tip passes. Crowd as loud as they have been all day. The pass is tipped and intercepted. It's Cam Jordan for the touchdown.